All right, Zach. So, along with the grip that we're talking about and the swing path, let's talk about your pre-shot routine. Do you have a pre-shot routine established right now?
Um, Not so much. I usually take like a few practice swings before, kind of just get a feel for the shot I'm like gonna hit or want to hit. Then I step behind it, and then I walk up and I address the ball.
Do you think it's the same every single time, like when you're playing and when you're practicing, or do you think it kind of varies a little bit?
Um, it definitely varies, for sure.
Because I want to mention, physical practice is huge, but mental practice is also huge too. Like how do we transfer what we've learned here on the at the range to?
Awesome, man.
So
Awesome.
here we are, number one. It's a dog leg right, par four, about 390 yards. So, I know you've been having some struggles with your driver. Um, you know, you don't necessarily have to hit your driver. Being an advanced player like you can get on in two with, maybe a hybrid and the wedge. So,
Yeah.
um, give me your kind of your mindset as how do you want to play this tee shot?
Well, like you were saying, having a little bit of struggles with my 5 wood and my driver. We got water to the right,
Okay.
so I'm not going to hit either of those clubs. I'm just going to hit a rescue.
Okay.
Even if I do push it a little or pull it just a little, I'm still going to be in good enough shape to where I have, an iron in.
Okay.
Because I want to take the water out of play, obviously. Um, I want to kind of keep it as safe as possible, but get me down there far enough to where I can, attack that pin and, hopefully score par, birdie, maybe even get away with a bogey.
Okay, good. So you're always thinking about your next step, right?
Yeah.
Because I think golfers these days, especially beginner golfers, they think about, you know, um, their last shot. They think about, oh man, I wish I could hit that shot again. I either hit it fat, thin, whatever, left, right, but they don't really stay in the present. It's something to say to, stay in your moment and try to think about your next shot. Like where do you want this ball to land that's going to set you up for success? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So your target might be the 150, right? So
Yeah.
maybe like you're thinking I'm going to have a wedge in.
Yeah.
Would that be? Would you agree with
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. And since it's number one, I mean, I don't want to pull out a club and start the day off with a bad shot. I kind of, I have confidence in this club, and I want to start off with a good shot and get the confidence going and, stay in a positive mindset early as possible.
Good.
And not get down and then just progress throughout the day. So.
Sweet. I like it. So let's go ahead and hit this tee shot.
Okay.
So tell me about your mindset as far as how you're going to hit this shot. Obviously, we have a lot of green to work with.
Yeah.
The pin's in the middle. Looks like the slope might be going a little bit to left or right.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I see the same thing, a little left to right. Like you said, I do have a lot of green to work with, so I'm not going to pull out a high lofted club and try and, land it close and have a check. I'm going to try and play a low, little bump and run and have it release towards the hole.
Okay. And what club are you going to use to do that?
This is my gap wedge, 50 degrees.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's see it. Okay, good. So it definitely went left to right.
Yeah.
Not a bad shot. You left it pin high. Do you think that was a result of aim, or maybe that was a result of?
I probably should have stopped.
Okay.
I went back. I got caught, but I still should have stopped. And besides that,
Okay. Well, something I would recommend. What I like to teach is use more of a lofted club for this particular shot, try to find like a landing point. You know, whether it's like a drier area on the green or whether it's a leaf.
Yeah.
You know, you really try to narrow your focus down, because I think that's when we kind of lose focus on these shots. We kind of just tend to look at the pin and the green, but not really emphasizing where we're going to actually land the ball. Does that make sense?
Have more of a target besides the pin.
Exactly, and we kind of talked about that with full swing, having some sort of intermediate target.
Absolutely.
You know, whether it's something that's 3 feet in front of you or 20 feet in front of you. You know, have something that you're aimed at, so that's all you're aimed at, rather than aiming at something that's so far away. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.